Hey guys, Mr.III here, and as you can see, we have two blow mold figurines, and I'm going to show you how you can do a quick light conversion to make these Christmas lights much brighter this year. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get to it. So on my left over here, we have a 3-foot snowman, and then a 2.5 cute little puppy dog. I purchased these from Home Depot for, right now it says $39.98. They could be cheaper now in your store, or I don't know if you find it somewhere else. But they just have a battery that you would put in, and it only has a small little light just like this. And then here's the snowman, same little thing. So they're not super bright, and if you go online and just search blow mold figurines, let me hit back here and do a quick little search. I'm finding results like a snowman, similar dimensions, 60 bucks, and then even a Santa Claus for $80, which is ridiculous. So what we're gonna do is actually go online. You can find an Amazon, or even probably some stores. You're just gonna go buy one of these C7 light attachment kits. So coming up closer, because you're probably wondering, you can't see, it's just a little C7 bulb. This is an LED. And then it has a little switch. You would find them like on the toy soldiers, those little lights, or the candles, or even your little Christmas holiday, village. They use the same type of bulbs, and it has this little back spring. And then we're gonna just drill a hole with one of these, which just makes a 1/2-inch hole. You can find them at your local hardware store, or I even put a link down below for all this stuff. But this one I used when I was drilling holes to install pipes and things like that. The gas valve for the fireplace, and things where you put that key when I was doing some floor work, and all that little, jazz and stuff like that. And if this little light bulb is not bright enough, you can easily upgrade it to something like this. Here's that new style with the spiral LED there. So this actually gives out about 60 watts. So that's plenty for a little thing like that. So I'm gonna quickly go grab my drill, and we're gonna make a hole in the back of these two figurines. Alrighty, so mapping out a spot to, give the most brightness. I'm feeling somewhere here the bulb would be perfect, because it'll light up the abdominal region, and then the cranial region would be also pretty nice and bright here as well. So that spot would be right over here, and it's flat too, so they'll give a good gripping point for, I don't know what you want to call that. I call it a spring or some type of adjustment piece to clip on the back of there. And we're going to disregard the battery over here. And then if you're also wondering about drainage, this actually already has a pre-drilled hole in the bottom. So if any moisture does come inside, you're safe. And luckily, these are weighted down at the bottom too, so they have a cavity full of sand. So you don't have to worry about the wind knocking them over. All right, so my spot, like I said, I want it to be right about there. So I'm just gonna drill a hole right in that spot. Let's see, make sure it's centered. All right, and then from this point, I'm gonna go reverse so it doesn't actually make too big of a mess. There we go, look at that beautiful hole. And I did not even make a mess on the outside there, so I'm gonna just bring this a tad bit closer. Look at that, it looks factory, OEM. And then, like I said, this will just fit just like that. Oh, look at that, that's perfect. You don't even need to worry about any wobble space or things like that. And then fit this in like that. And actually, like I said, I'm gonna switch out to the 60 watt bulbs, but I wanna show you how these, I think they're actually 7 watt. Let me check. It actually doesn't say on the box, but let's go plug in the snowman and take a quick peek at how bright it is. So let's see. There we go, give it a little flick. And turn it around. So that's just like a little brightness, you know. I have lights on around here, so I will show later on with the lights off. But that's the dim brightness there, and it's perfect just like something you would buy. But if you want that extra bright snowman for the season, I'm going to show you how a 60 watt looks. And this is the bulb pulled out. So you can see it's just a dim candlelight type of brightness. So not that many lumens. Let me turn that off. And then coming through a little trial and error, I just realized that the 60 watt, of course, the bulb is much larger. So the hole that I drilled would be actually too small. I mean, I could open up these screws and then put my hand in there and physically screw this one on, which I possibly will do here. But the hole that we initially drilled is not going to work. But I'm going to show you the brightness of this 60 watt here in a second. Let me just screw that on here. All right, and action. Wow, as you can see the difference between the two, this little thing was not as bright as that. So if you do want to go through the hassle, there are, let's see, 3 screws right there. 1, 2, 3 that you would actually open up and then install. But I'm actually right now just debating if this little one is just enough, because thinking about it, it might be. All right, so I made the executive decision that that little bulb that actually came with the kit was actually the right amount of brightness, because if I had this 60 watt or, 60 watt output, the colors on the snowman would be too washed out, and you see a lot of the paint streaks and stuff like that. So I thought this was actually a much better appearance for this little guy. And actually bringing up closer, see, that's how the clips actually grab on to the snowman itself. So now let's move on to the dog. All right, so we're gonna do the same type of thing. I think my spot I want is right here. So I'm just gonna go a little angle so I can see better. Yeah, right there. That looks like a good little spot. So let me get my drill going in. Oops, pop out the old piece of plastic, because we don't need that going in there. All right, apply a little pressure here. There we go. Put it now in reverse. And another perfect hole. So remember, put your drill in reverse once you get through that first part, so it gives you a nice clean cut. Then we'll grab our second light here, take off the bubble wrap. Come on. Okay, it just wants me to take the whole bulb. All right, that's in place, and these are gripping on there perfectly. Let me get this twist tie off, and then let's plug it in. Oh, perfect. Wow. I couldn't ask for anything better. So I'm gonna go turn off the lights around me and give you guys a little dark view. Okay, so I turn off the lights. All you're seeing is right now the ambient light that's bouncing off the house, so it gives me a little glow, and you can see the figurines, but I also have a good camera behind me. So testing out what you used to see, that's, the lighting that these things actually brought out, which still looks cute, I could still put AA batteries and put the timer on and have it set that way. And now let's go see what we did with our mod. Here we go, ready? 3, 2, 1. Joy to the world. There it is. Beautiful. All right, and here's another view with the lights, both with just the LEDs on, like that, and this on. I just taped those little buttons there, and that's the beauty. Well, hope this little video helped you out with saving some money for this holiday season, and have a Merry Christmas with, you know, these two beside your side. All right, thanks again for watching. Mr.III out.